This video is specifically for men and only men. Right now I'm on the journey. I'm on the journey to try my best to become a man. Try my best to transition from a boy, a purposeful man, a man with a purpose in life, a man with purpose of providing, stepping up and being the leader of other men and providing for his own family and being able to step up and be the caretaker alongside a powerful, intellectual, and high value, high quality woman to become the mother of my child, mother of my children. I'm not here saying that I am a man or that I've been able to successfully transition from a boy to a man, because as of now, I can tell you that I'm far from that. There are still many things that I need to improve on. There are still many flaws and many teachings, and if there's so much failure that I need to go through in order to look at myself in the mirror and tell myself I now believe that I am a fully purposeful man. And I feel like that is one of the rules and one of the things you need to go through as a kid, as a boy, in your early, mid, teenage years, in order to you need to go through these type of thoughts and this way of thinking, this sort of mentality, in order to grow and see growth in you. You need to be willing to sacrifice a lot, willing to take the hit, have those days where you feel as if there's nothing going for you, that you're a man with no purpose, that there's really nothing that you can achieve in life. Only in those moments, and I 100% believe what I'm saying. Only in those low moments will you actually find within you what's truly purposeful and what you should truly follow, and you'll finally know what will guide you and give you a sense of fulfillment in life. As a man, I'll be honest with you, I've noticed that no matter how you feel, what you're going through, what you've been through in the past, nobody really cares. Nobody wants you to be out here whining and making excuses and just making excuses for yourself so that people feel some sort of pity for you. No matter how you feel, no matter how you feel, or what you're going through or what you've been through, nobody cares. And you should be the person that looks at yourself in the mirror and you're able to tell yourself nobody cares. I should just man up, step up and perform and provide and give my best without making any excuses. And that's one of the things that my father was the first one to teach me this. And I first saw this in my father because I'll be honest, my father has gone through so much, and he's really my role model in life. And he's just gone through so much. I couldn't even tell you. He's really been through so much. I couldn't even imagine me going through the same things that he's been through and still fighting as hard as he does every single day. But he's been through a lot in his life, and he's still here giving 100% every single day. He wakes up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. as a regular day to him. Wakes up, and I just know for a fact that the first thing that's on his mind, the first thing that goes through his mind is just stepping up to provide for his family, to provide for me, my siblings, my mother, just the whole family. And he also has businesses, and he also needs to take care of himself, which he does really well. He's 50 years old, and he runs 30, 40 kilometers per day basically. Every single time he goes out to train, he runs like crazy, and it's just a basic day to him. And one of the first things that I've noticed is that no matter what he's been through or what has happened or what is happening in his life, us as his children, me especially as his son, I don't expect him be sitting here and whining about what he's going through and all the problems he's going through, and just make excuses for himself in order to just not do the work that needs to be done daily. He never whines. He never makes excuses. No matter what happens, he wakes up every single day with a positive mindset, with a manly mindset, and he has that sense of, he gives me, I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of him, and that's something that me as a son, I wish and I truly know that I should do more of with my parents, and I'm trying to improve that aspect as a son, to just be able to show my gratitude for the work that they've done and for everything that they've done for me and for the rest of the family, and being able to just tell my dad, tell my mom, I know it's hard, I know you've been through a lot, but I'm truly proud of you. Me as your son, I am proud of you. I'm proud that you're my father. I'm proud that you're my mother. I'm proud to say that this is my parent. You're my father. You're my role model. And that's something that I'm looking to improve by the day. Obviously, I know that nothing is for certain, so the future is not for certain. I'm probably not gonna be here. I might not be here tomorrow. You might not be here tomorrow. Your father, your mother, they might not be here tomorrow. Just being able to cherish every single moment you have with them and show your gratitude, just as you would with God. Speaking of God, speaking about manhood and transitioning into becoming a man, I believe you need to have as a priority. Obviously, there's no right way of living. I don't believe there's a right way of living for every single person. That every single person needs to live through a strict code, and there's only one way to doing good deeds, and there's only one way to having a good life. But I truly believe, as a man, I just believe that having faith is an essential part of being a man, because times are going to get tough. I'm not even a man myself. I don't claim myself to be a man yet, but as an 18-year-old teenager, I believe that I've already been through so many, not so many. I've already been through several hardships and just hard events in my life, where I just needed somebody else to guide me through the right way to be able to overcome those bad moments. And I'll be honest, you as a human being, no matter what you're going through, if you're going through this sort of addiction, it can be a drug addiction, alcohol addiction. It can be things as like social media addiction, sinful content, an addiction to lying, addiction to not being true to yourself and to others, an addiction to hiding your true self to others, any kind of addiction. I believe that with those addictions, with any of those addictions, you need to be able to share and be able to be strong enough to share and be vulnerable with the right person or being, or just be vulnerable with something, someone, and be able to share and ask for help. Because I've noticed that with any type of addiction, our brain tells us that we don't need to share it with nobody, that we are strong enough to overcome this addiction by ourselves. And that is one of the things that I've learned over time, that is so not true. That couldn't be that could be the biggest lie that your brain has told you. Because we ourselves, we can't even trust our brain most of the time, because this is the same brain that has told you to keep coping with yourself, keep falling into that temptation. I just believe that we can't even trust our brain, and we cannot overcome these addictions by ourselves. Who do we share it with then? For me, there's no better person, being, spirit. There's nothing better than sharing it with God. He's always here. Like, he's here as I speak. I feel him within me. I feel him next to me. I feel him next to my soul. I don't know if you get what I mean, but as I speak, I feel like the Holy Spirit is within me. I feel blessed because I'm breathing. I'm breathing right now. I'm alive. Why wouldn't I feel blessed? I feel blessed because I'm alive right now. That is one of the greatest blessings that we as humans have. Whenever I'm going through any hardship or I'm fighting temptation, no matter what it is, and I feel weak and I feel the need to ask for help, I always know that I have God by my side. What the heck did I just say? I always know that I have God by my side and that He's there for me to take care for me. He's not gonna judge me, but He will shine a light on my path, and I'll be able to have faith in Him, have faith in me overcoming this problem, have faith in myself, have faith in the world, just have faith. And when you have faith, you're able to show your true emotions. When you have faith, you're able to work even harder by the day to improve yourself as a man, as a son, as a father, as a son of God, as an athlete, as a human being, anything. You need to have faith and a sense of purpose. And you just to obviously we all have a purpose, but many of us don't even know what that purpose is and why we're here, planet Earth. But when you're present with God and you speak to Him and you ask for help, and in those, especially in the hard moments, the moments where you're low in life, when you ask for help and you find a sense of clarity and you find Him speaking to you so well, using all the right words and giving you all the right signs, that's when you find the sense of purpose within you, and that's when you know deep in your heart what you need to do in life. And it's just a beautiful moment. It's a beautiful moment. Another thing, as a man, is family. I'll be honest. Something that I'm grateful for myself. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the fact that a year ago I was able to step up and pull out my notebook and just write down a list of everything that I would like to teach my son if I had a son, when I have my son, daughter, but primarily son, to become a man, because I'm a man myself. As I'm following this path and learning by the day, I'm trying my best to write down and memorize and just know for a fact everything that I've learned throughout my life that will be helpful and useful for my son to learn as he grows to a man as well. I've noticed that I will only be satisfied and I will only know that I'm truly meant to become a father when I've assured myself that I am man enough to teach my lessons to my son. That I've learned enough as a man to be able to teach my son to becoming a man as well. I will only say to myself and say to my woman that I'm ready to have a kid once I feel like I've failed enough in life and learned from those failures in life to be able to teach everything that I've learned and failed at to my son. But as of right now, I do not feel like I've failed enough. I do not feel like I've learned enough. I do not feel like I've done enough to even be close to thinking about having a son. And that is a motivation to me. Why? Because I use that every single day. Every single time I wake up, I use that to do the most that I could in a day. I use that sense of that way of thinking in order to become a better man, to transition into becoming a better man every single day, to make all of the hard decisions that need to be made in life. And obviously sometimes I miss out on a lot of temporary and instant gratification, fun, as people would say, as like going out to party and drinking alcohol like a madman, and obviously taking advantage of my teen years. But to some people, and I don't know if you can relate with me, I would want you to be able to relate and to have a sense of compatibility with me. But I feel like I'm doing the most as a teenager. I feel like as an 18-year-old, my way of living. Obviously, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, and obviously I need to improve a lot. But I don't feel the sense of this need to go out partying, to go out having parties and drinking every single weekend, to then post it on social media and act like I'm always active and that my life is so fun because I have bottles in my section with a lot of people around me, and we're all laughing and singing to the same songs every single night. Being sleep deprived and sleeping at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and not taking care of my health. No, I don't feel like that is doing the most as a teenager. I feel like as a teenager, you're so young. You have so much energy. There's so much creative energy within you that you can create so much and learn so much and be able to fail so much that I'm happy with the way I'm living. Obviously, I want to learn and improve a lot more, but I do not want to go back, or I've never been that person, but I do not even want to go to the other side that is living like a degenerate, really. I'm not saying that I'm better than you, than the people that do that, but we are obviously different and we're not compatible and our way of living is not the same. I'm not saying that mine is better and yours is worse, but no, yes, I'm saying that as a living as saying that living as a degenerate is worse than living as a purposeful man, a man with purpose, a man that speaks and tries to act in the best ways possible to become a better man and to become a son of God. Yes, yes, that's what I'm saying. Well, why was I trying to backtrack? I believe that as soon as you notice and you realize that there's so much to learn and there's so much to do in life, and you don't really have that much time in life. You don't know when you're gonna have to leave, so you never really know. Why don't you spend the time that you don't even know you have learning and trying to be the best person that you can be? Why don't you do that? Why are you trying always to have the sense of instant gratification and being selfish, really thinking for yourself and being selfish as you're partying, as you're out here drinking, getting drunk every single weekend? You probably have parents that would want you to retire them. You probably have parents that would want you to have a deep conversation with them and being honest with your thoughts and your emotions and what you want to do in life. And this doesn't just mean I know I'm going to college. No, it doesn't just mean that. It means to just like really be true to yourself and speak what you want to do in life in general, not in college, not what your job is. Like, what do you think your purpose in life is? Your purpose is not just your job. Your purpose is not just waking up at 6 a.m., going to your daily job and then leaving at night. No, that's not your purpose. Your purpose in life is is way bigger than that. It's way bigger, and it's not me to tell you what your purpose is, because me myself, I don't even know. I don't even fully know what my purpose is. But the good thing about it is that I'm trying my best to find it, to know what it is. And yes, as a man, you need to be able to wake up. You really need to wake up and start to think and ask yourself these hard questions. Trying to become a man is asking yourself the hard questions, and knowing that you're not gonna find the answer to it as soon as you ask it. But as soon as you ask yourself those questions, you'll be able to think about those questions every single time, every single day. And by the day, every single time that you ask yourself these questions, you'll look out to find the answer. And there will be times that you fail to find the answer. And in those failures, there's always a lesson. And in those lessons, you might eventually find the answer. I think that I've explained that perfectly. I wasn't even expecting me to explain that perfectly, but yes, your family, your friends, your true friends, because something they need to be aware of that I've learned also over the years is that you are you are the five people you spend the most time around. Something like that. That famous quote, and that is actually true. Because I found myself in the past falling and slacking behind because of the people that I was spending time with and the content that I was consuming, and that may be books that I'm reading, podcasts that I'm watching, people that I speak often to, and the five people that you spend most time with, whether it is content you're consuming or people that speak with physically or virtually, people that you watch and listen to every single day, you become just like those people. And there was a time where I was just not not hanging around with the right people, that I was really just not as purposeful as I believe I am now. Obviously, there's still a huge gap. There's a huge gap in what I can be and what I still need and have to learn. But I'm obviously happy with myself now, because at least by now, right now, I'm asking myself the hard questions, and I'm trying my best to become the best version of myself and improve and become a better man and become a man for myself, for my future family, for my parents, for my siblings, for my woman, for my future woman, for the woman that I want to have kids with. And also another thing about, I know I'm jumping around a lot of topics right now, but it does revolve around the same thing. But speaking about women, this video is gonna be long, and I don't expect many people to sit here and watch this fully and engage with my way of thinking and everything that I'm saying right now. They all expect this editing and all these flashes and a short video for their short attention span. But bro, we as humans need to have a long attention span. We need to have an attention span that is able to sit, watch, and consume purposeful and the right content. And I believe that if you're watching this, you are learning at least something that is good for you and that will be good for you in the future. But going back on women and finding the right woman for yourself, something that I'm super proud of myself for applying, learning and applying at such a young age. I think that starting 15, when I was 15 years old, I told myself, to be honest, when I was like 7 is crazy. When I was like 10, 11, 12 years old, I told myself that whenever I had a woman that I loved, I would hold and care for her and love her fully. And I would never betray her trust. And I would always love and respect her. That was when I was like 11, 12. I remember telling myself that. I remember clearly telling myself that. And over time, I've obviously I've never had something serious, but over time, I've had people that I thought were to be that woman, but through time, I sort of like lost that thought. I sort of like forgot about it because I was hanging around the wrong people, and it would just be this sense of me trying to find a relationship just for boasting, really, trying to find a relationship to like fill a void, and even me knowing that it was like temporary. I would go into the relationship thinking, oh, this is gonna be this much time. It's gonna be like 3 months, 4 months, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 year, just that. I'm only dating her, or I only want to get into this relationship for a certain amount of time, because this was a lustful way of thinking. I would be thinking, what can I get out of it? What can I get out of this relationship? And I don't think this is the way that you should think when getting into relationships. I believe that when trying to find the right person for you, first thing, you should be getting into a relationship in order to grow with that person, getting into that relationship for marriage, to marry her. In the past, obviously, I was young, and I still am young. I would get into a relationship not even thinking about marriage, because that was like, what, bro? You're 13. You're thinking about dating a person in order to grow with that person and marry her. Oh, that's stupid. And that may seem stupid or too far fetched to some of you, but I truly believe that in order to get into the right relationship with your woman and find the perfect woman, is to, as soon as you're intending and your intentions are to get into a relationship with her and dating that person, you have to be honest with yourself and to her, and tell her that I am dating you because I want to in the future have you as the mother of my children. I want to grow with you and know that you will be there for me in the dark moments and in the good moments, and we will grow together in order to become father and mother, mom and dad, trying to become the best version of ourselves as a mother and as a father, and growing as a couple to become one, and then growing a family and learning through them. And as we're learning, also teaching what we've learned in the past and what we're learning right now, teaching them everything that we have and we can teach them in order for them to become the best version of themselves. Thinking and getting into the relationship for the right reasons, and being honest with yourself and with the person as soon as you get into a relationship or trying to get into a relationship, that you're not here dating just to date and waste time, and not thinking about what you can get out and take out from that relationship, but what can you put in to that relationship? What can you give that other person? What can you give to yourself as you're in this relationship with your loved one? And that's something that I've learned. And as an 18-year-old, I'm very proud of myself for implementing that way of thinking at such a young age, such an early age. I think that as soon as I was like 15, 16, I was thinking about that and I was applying that in real life. I would get into a relationship, or I get into a relationship knowing that I want to live with that person and be with that person forever, and I want to grow with that person forever, and learn from those hard times. And obviously those hard times are going to come no matter who that person is. It's not going to be easy. There are going to be very dark times, very hard times, very 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 hard times. And me as an 18-year-old, I'm saying this and I think that I've already been through a lot of hard times. But what's me compared to my father that's been with my mother for more than 20 years? What have they been through? They've been through a lot worse, a lot more than I have, and I'm telling you that there are going to be hard times. If I'm saying this, imagine what my dad could be saying. There's still so much to learn and so much to share, and so much to fail, really. There's so much space for failure, and that excites me to be able to overcome that failure and learn from these lessons that come from failure. Obviously, saying that in those relationships there are going to be times that sometimes it fails, sometimes it just doesn't work out, sometimes you just do something stupid, or the other person does something stupid to you, and no matter what happens, there's always something to learn from it and to apply to the next time you try, because you're never going to quit. You need to try more, 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 and more. And it just excites me. It really does excite me. And right now, I don't know, as you're seeing this, it's like 6 a.m. I woke up at like 5 a.m. and I think it's like 30 minutes on the clock as I'm recording this. I've been recording for more than half an hour, and I'm just happy. I've waken up early. I've already prayed. Fasting right now. Oh, I always go on a fast early in the morning. But before going to my workout, I work out while being fasted. It gives me. I feel like I burn a lot more calories and I feel better when training and just drinking water, really. That's what I'm gonna do. As a man, you should prioritize your health. Sleep is essential. No matter what people say, sleep is essential. It might not even sound cool because you want to be cool for the girls. No, sleep is essential. Sleep is essential for your brain, for your physical body, spiritually. It helps you helps you feel so much better, mentally, psychologically. It makes you feel so much better. You feel well rested. You feel like you have a lot more energy and a lot more to create throughout the day. Sleep is essential. Working out has to be a priority for you. You need to have a sense of movement and like some sort of training every single day. Stretching, eating the right foods, having the right diet. I feel like as a man, you need to eat meat, man. You need to eat meat. You need to eat steak, meat. Like you just need to eat meat. Be like on this like sort of like carnivore diet, but you need to also obviously have meat to try to boost your testosterone, because testosterone is essential for men. I feel like that's really all for now. I for now I might have the same video in a few years, a few months, a few weeks. I probably learned a lot in the past few weeks, and I'll probably make the same type of video. But this is really just speaking to you as my brother, whether you're an older brother or a younger brother. I don't expect many to watch this video because it's very long, But if you are watching this, you have a very long attention span. And in the world that we live in now, that is full of short content and instant gratification, that really just does ruin your mental health and physical health and just your life in general. You're here watching my video that is 40 minutes long but is informative, and I believe I've been able to share some sort of good and informational content and lesson. This is it's very weird to me. I never thought that me as an 18-year-old I would be able to share lessons with people. But I'm proud of myself. I'm happy for myself. And there's still so much to learn. I need to get into deeper conversations with my dad, because he's a way bigger man, and he's more of a man than me. He's more of a man than me, and probably will ever be. But I'm trying my best to be as good as him, trying to surpass him. It's like that family competition. But yeah, I want to surpass him and become a better man and just do more. And that's really what motivates me throughout the day. So much stuff that motivates me, really. And that is one of the things, trying my best to become a better man than my father is now. And to do that, I need to step out into the real world, make mistakes and learn from those mistakes, and be able to share and admit to the times that I've fallen, but always stepping up and not making excuses, really just trying my best to always stepping up, to be able to provide, to learn, to ask help from God and learn from God. That's really it. I will tell you to improve 1% every single day. You need to improve at least 1% every single day, because nothing is promised, and that day may be your last. So you would be a lot happier with yourself knowing that you've tried to improve as a man, as a human being in this world, at least 1% every single day. And every time you improve yourself 1% every single day, you are closer to your potential. You're closer to your goals and objectives in life. And I believe that there's no better way to live than to trying to improve. Why would you try to fall back as a human being every single day? Why would you try to backtrack and go on the other way and go back when you could be going forward and pushing forward? Improve 1% every single day. For me, that is all. If you're still watching this, I appreciate, and I'm telling you that you should be proud of yourself for watching this video fully, not going to the comment section and looking for comments, even though there might not even be comments, bro. That's the thing, bro. As a man, also, you might also be just pouring yourself out there, and may seem as if you're embarrassing yourself to many, but you're really just grinding, and you're trying your best to become the best version of yourself. And if people watch, people don't watch, it doesn't really affect me anymore. I don't really care, because these videos are for who? Essentially, they're for my younger self, and I know that I'm recording this and filming it, and I will use these type of videos for my younger self. Who's my younger self? For my future kids. No matter what happens, this is still a benefit for me. I feel fulfilled speaking the way that I'm speaking right now, and teaching something that I will know that I will apply and teach to my younger kids, to my future kids. If someone is watching this, thank you for being present and having a long attention span. You should be proud of yourself as well. That is a very hard feat, and it's very impressive in the world that we live in right now. I encourage you to improve 1% every single day. And yeah, that's it. That's it for me.